Welcome back, guys, to another heroic Sanctum of Domination Holy Priest fight with commentary. We are at the Eye of the Jailer, and I will warn you, the end of this fight gets quite messy. It gets quite messy. But again, running the Echo of Light, Salvation, Benediction, Holy Priest here, with what we saw in the Terror Groove video, the power of the Echo of Light, which again is giving us a hot whenever we get a direct heal. So a lot of our heals, the majority of our heals are direct heals, from Prayer of Mending to our Circle of Healing. Most everything we do is a direct heal, and that's putting hots on all of the targets for a percent of our, or it's our mastery percent. So right now we're sitting at 49% mastery. So 49% of our heals, our direct heals, are going to come back on that target as a hot, which is absolutely fantastic in raid situations and in Mythic Plus situations, because it's just constant healing going out to your group. And as we know, there's quite a bit of AoE damage in this. And now, unfortunately, the first time we pulled Eye of the Jailer, we did wipe. So you're going to see the successful version of Eye of the Jailer, getting those chains running into the center, so that way no single person or couple people get knocked off the side. Unfortunately, when you are playing a Holy Priest, the one thing you have to keep in mind, your mobility sucks. So when you're doing chains, when you're trying to move quickly from one place to another, a lot of times what's going to happen, you're probably going to get hit with those swirlies. And I get hit with the swirlies a lot. It's something that I personally need to work on, but it really doesn't slow me down as far as healing or anything like that, so we're not too worried about it. If you are looking at the healing meters and seeing me all the way down there below tanks and everyone else, that's absolutely fine. Most of the damage in Eye of the Jailer that we need to worry about it's pretty much on the tanks, right? This is a fight on heroic that you don't really need a whole lot of healers on, just because the damage, until it splits out into this phase where your groups are split, there's not a whole lot of damage going out, except for a couple bursts, right? So and the couple bursts we'll use Divine Hymn and things like that, but in general this is a pretty, I would say, healing light fight compared to some other things in Sanctum of Domination. So we've got that weak aura tracking our flash heals. We're up to 5 stacks, which means our regular heal is now a quicker cast speed. That is kind of the bread and butter in the direct healing time frame here. Also want to call out the weak aura that you saw there with the percent. I strongly suggest everyone getting that package of weak auras for the Eye of the Jailer. It allows you in those intermission phases to track the health of how far ahead or behind you are on your side. I am doing a lot extra movement than I should, and again, this is, running right into the swirls. Once again, I'm probably sitting here cursing my head off. Goddamn swirls. But it is, in fact, my fault. I could have went left or right on either of those. And this is something that, not everyone's computers are powerful enough to stream or record videos like this, but it's a really good way when you're going back and seeing things again on a kill or on a wipe, going back and watching the videos and really seeing what you could have done better. Right? So seeing those movement things that you didn't notice in the heat of the battle, things that you could have done to improve your play, and things you will be able to do later. So we're seeing some of that AoE damage go out right now. We got another set of chains coming out. But as you can see, overall, if people are dodging mechanics, in general, this fight is pretty maintained to pretty simple healing. Now, we're going to start jumping up on some of that healing just because of the AoE damage that we see every so often. Sometimes we're getting a little behind. A couple of our top healers are starting to run low on mana. I don't know if that's because they're just really pushing or what. But I've got plenty of mana right now, 90%. Holy Priest, in my opinion, don't have a lot of issues with mana. It just doesn't feel that way to me. I can pump out a lot of heals and really not worry too much about that mana. Why I got hit by those swirlies, I couldn't tell you. It looked to me like I was on the outside of the swirls, but again, 3 for 3. Let's get hit by more swirls. Are we going to go 4 for 4? Oh, no, we're good. But if we look over on the the left-hand side there of the countdown and the breakdown of our healing, we can see from our healing, Echo of Light is what is carrying out the majority of our healing. Almost 300k at this point. And the boss is, what, just 70%, and 300k. In Terra Grew, we hit over 1 million in just Echo of Light healing. It's absolutely fantastic. So there we hit the Divine Hymn there. Again, I call your attention to that amazing weak aura showing our side is 20% up on the other side. The other side took the ad with them, which is why their DPS is slightly slower on that. You can see right here they're catching up. And we will manage to kill both of these ads at the same time to prevent that wipe. Some AoE damage going off here with the blast coming in. I believe I am, there's 2 healers on each side, right? So I have the monk with me on my side, which if you don't realize that Mistweavers can put out an absolutely ridiculous amount of healing and damage, I don't know what to tell you. Mistweavers are, in my opinion, in a really good place if you're fist weaving. Again, they're not pushing the same numbers as, say, a Holy Paladin or a Disciplined Priest, but they're absolutely fantastic. And you may be asking, well, why are you playing Holy instead of Discipline? Quite frankly, I know how good Discipline is. It's just not my playstyle, right? Discipline, fist weaving, and the Holy Paladin, just not my style. So here we go with the final enrage phase with the eye all nasty and red. This is where things are going to start getting a little chaotic and messy with all the big damage pumpers. We did use Salvation in there to top off the raid. I think we would have had a lot more deaths there had I not popped Salvation. Again, Salvation, huge cooldown, 12-minute cooldown, but you can control it being reduced by casting your flash heal, which you're going to be doing quite a lot in most combat. In general, I think my play in this particular fight, I would probably, if I had to grade it, I would probably say it was a C performance. Though, we beat it and it's fine. I think some of my cooldown choices could have been a little bit better. Like right now, I'm, 15 seconds off of a Divine Hymn, and we really need a Divine Hymn right now. Right earlier when I clicked Salvation, I thought it was a good time to Salvation, but I did not anticipate this lengthy enrage. Salvation here would have been awesome. It would have topped a lot of folks off. We've got that beam coming in, but I do have my my Covenant ability. Unfortunately, my health wasn't high enough to live through the AoE blast. But yeah, I would say my overall performance here was probably a C, maybe even C minus. I think I could have planned my my cooldowns a lot better than I did. Our raid doesn't necessarily call out cooldowns. It's kind of like on you to plan those, unless we're having, a serious issue fight. But in general, we kind of call our own cooldowns. And I really think I could have done a better job in my cooldowns. But overall, again, we can see the priest doing an absolutely fantastic job. We did end low on the healing meters, but again, if I would have planned my cooldowns out a little bit better, if I would have been on top of my my flash heal, I think we would have been in a lot better position. But again, I feel overall, until you get right there near the end, Eye of the Jailor relatively light healing fight. I mean, you could see in our healing meters down there that most of the healers are running, under 4k healing, right? The tank himself is running 3.5k healing. We have 4 healers in this fight, and the last healer on our list is just above our secondary tank. So relatively light heal fight, but because of our raid comp and what we're going to try to do moving into the mythic level, we want to make sure we have 4 good healers trained up. So guys, thank you very much for watching the mess of a shit show at the end of Eye of the Jailor, but we got the kill, and that is what matters. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop that like, leave me a comment, and let me know what your favorite healer is right now in the Shadowlands. And no, don't drop me any Holy Priest hate. I love my Holy Priest. That's right, I love them. Take care of yourselves, guys, and each other, and I'll see you for the next WoW Boss commentary.